Former Senate Majority Leader Harry M. Reid, Jr., 1939 to 2021, May 2021. Introduction. Shafts of light creep their way around the rotunda's stone walls in sync with the Earth's rotation around the sun. The intensity changes with the seasons. The angle of the sun's rays penetrate most deeply into the circular chamber when the dog days of summer come to the nation's capital. 36 windows ring the rotunda's circumference behind the cast-iron peristyle of columns designed in 1855 by the fourth architect of the Capitol, Thomas Eustace Walter. This monumental colonnade provides a visually stable base to carry the 9-million-pound dome, curving upward to the 19-foot-tall Statue of Freedom, crowning its summit. These noble Corinthian columns mime the weight-bearing stone columns of antiquity, but they're hollow, fabricated of cast iron. These purely decorative elements are themselves supported on concealed iron brackets, not bearing any of the tremendous weight of the great dome rising above. This beautiful band of illusions functions only as fireplace flues for member rooms below and as rain leaders to siphon away the waters of Washington's storms. The dome's design masks the fact that it is built of fish-scaled, overlapping cast iron plates, not the classically inspired stone and tile composition it appears to be. The full weight of the dome and its peristyle are in reality carried by the 96-foot diameter inner foundation wall, built in the 1820s by the third architect of the Capitol, Charles Bulfinch. The domed U.S. Capitol building is recognized around the world as America's most iconic symbol, the forum for our representative democracy, the physical stage for our quadrennial transfer of executive power. Perfect in its geometry, the dome is more than a classic crown on a historic building. It is a symbol of unity, of cohesiveness, inspiring respect in those who applaud our democracy. Under the dome, portrayed on the 180-foot-high rotunda ceiling, is Constantino Brumidi's Apotheosis of Washington, depicting our first president flanked by mythological figures representing liberty, victory, and the original 13 colonies. Inscribed above Washington is a banner proclaiming E pluribus unum, out of many, one. As the 10th architect of the Capitol, I was honored to serve from 1997 to 2007 as head of the 2,300-member legislative branch agency dedicated to preserving and upgrading this magnificent structure and all the buildings and grounds of Capitol Hill. I came to know and love every corner of this dynamic and complex ecosystem. The architect of the Capitol is an officer of Congress entrusted with 18 million square feet of space across 30 buildings, more than 500 acres of grounds, and thousands of irreplaceable works of art. Architect of the Capitol is also the name of a legislative branch agency with an annual budget exceeding $500 million. Staff members work around the clock in support of Congress, the Supreme Court, and the Library of Congress, and as responsible stewards preserving Capitol Hill's heritage assets on behalf of all Americans. As architect, I was in charge of a talented team in the design and construction of new facilities, the renovation and reconstruction of others, preventive maintenance and repairs, support services for Congress, and building and grounds operations. I testified at more than 50 public hearings before House and Senate oversight committees in support of these stewardship responsibilities and the work of the Capitol Police Board, each hearing a unique challenge. Anyone who spends time on Capitol Hill soon recognizes that beneath that awe-inspiring dome, behind the Capitol's monumental sandstone and marble facade, dynamic currents of power push and pull those within its walls in waves, countercurrents, and irresistible undertows of dogma and political expediency. Years, even decades, can pass before an urgent need develops a critical mass that finally ripens into a priority. For this need to come so sharply into focus,